Hey folks, and welcome back to Rattlesnake Acres. See this here, this is what we call snow. We don't see it much in Kentucky, so the reason I haven't made a video in a couple weeks is, quite frankly, I've been playing in the snow and chicken is going crazy on my toolbox. That's why we need shop doors. Anyway, I told you I was going to put shop doors up in this video. We're not. We're actually going to run our electric fencer for our electric fence here, and hopefully today we'll let the cows out. But what I'm going to do is run an extension cord over here to run the fence box off of, and then off camera I'm going to run the electric over to it. Like I said, guys, I'm no electrician, so y'all don't need to be learning how to run electricity from me. But let's see what we can get done. All right, guys, so probably the most important part of an electric fence is your ground wire. Now this is a let's see, 6-foot ground. It's just a copper rod you drive. It's drove about 5 foot into the ground, and that just grounds out your fence. But if you don't have a good ground, your fence is not going to work. But I'll bring y'all in closer and I'll show y'all how I hook this up. And remember, if I'm doing it wrong, let me know down in the comments. Here's what we got for a ground clamp. Well, y'all can see that the wire will go right here, and this main part clamps around the post of the ground rod. I'll go ahead and clamp it around the ground rod first. I have to loosen everything up. Guys, I try to get it even, this gap even as I can on each side. I don't think it matters. It's probably more of a OCD thing than really anything. And then you can always break it if you want. I think I've got another one. Let me go check. All right, so I did have another one. So we'll try not to break this one. I don't care much for these clamps, to be honest with you. They're not like the ones that we always used growing up. I'm sure they'll work, but now what I like to do so it takes up more space, I guess y'all can see what I'm doing here. I'm double my wire over, maybe. Yeah. All right. Now, once you got your wire in there, tighten this one down. All right, that's good and tight. So now we're going to do, I don't know if y'all can see me. Now we're going to hang the fencing box itself. So I'll go get the stuff for that, and I'll meet y'all right back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys. So I'm not going to precisely measure this or anything. It does not have to be perfect. So you got these 2 tabs on the back of it. Screws it hangs on the screw there. So I'm going to drive my screws in, and then I'll just hang it on there. And I've already got it kind of marked here where I want them. Like I said, don't have to be perfect. Now, see if I can do a little magic and hang this box. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to hook the wires up to the box here, and then I'll bring y'all around. I don't have a good spot to put the tripod. I'll bring y'all around and show y'all how it hooks up. All right, guys. You got your ground here, and most of your fence boxes will say ground, and then the other one will be for your hot that'll go to your fence. And then, of course, You just plug it in. But we're going to go out here and hook it up to the fence now. Alright guys, so I've got my wire here. This is actually, you can bury it. And eventually I will once it's not so muddy and nasty out here. But for now, I'm going to show you how to hook it to the fence, or how I'm going to do it. May not be the right way, but that's how we're going to do it. So any comments are welcome. Let me know what y'all would do. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to cut our wire to length here. And I'm going to hook it into both of them. Make it a little long, give yourself a little leeway. You can always cut more off, but you can't add this stuff back. And then start by putting us a little. Alright, we'll get that one. That'll wrap there. We'll wrap it down here. Yep. And it helps if you drop your tools. I'm going to use my knife for this. My handy case pocket knife the girls got me, I think for Father's Day. I apologize if I'm taking it out of the camera view. Now, making about a 1.5 inch spot. It doesn't have wire on it here. I'll show you why here in a minute. We're going to actually wrap this around that bottom wire. There really ain't no good way I found to do this. Whoop. Peeling our wire here. About the best way I found to do it. Just trim it down. Peel it off. Alright, so that's, I guess y'all can see that's what we got. Got a bare spot and then this. Now, I come around here. I'm going to wrap this a couple times on this bottom one. And then I'll come up to the top one. I'll wrap it. Alright, so now we got our 2 wires connected and they're hot. Let's go. I'm going to walk the fence and I'll take y'all and we'll put a couple gate handles on and we'll be about ready to let the cows out. I just want to show y'all this real quick. These cows are from different farms. The little Hereford is actually from my father-in-law's. And then I'm not sure what the other one is. She might have a little Shorthorn or Highland in her. But she come from about 50 miles away. But I think they're getting along good due to the fact that she's cleaning her. Alright guys. Now we're going to put our gate handles on. They just, well, get this off. They just hook in the wire like that. They've got a, there's a spring inside of here, so it maintains the electrical current, but it doesn't shock you with the plastic handle. First thing we got to do, snip this off. We're going to lose that wire over there, that's fine. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it once and then make a little loop here to hook that handle on. So kind of, when it's shut, it'll look like this. Let me get my wire. Now, Yeah, figure up. Let's see. That's about right. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just leave all this slack on here in case I've got to come back and change something. That way you got extra wire. Or if it breaks down that way, I can take this loose and that'll give me another, I don't know, almost a foot of wire to work with. I'll do the same thing with the bottom. There's the wire again. We're just going to repeat the same process. Hook it and then figure out how much slack I can pull. A little more. I'm kind of doing it just till it starts pulling that spring there. Just a little bit of tension. Unless you got high tensile fence wire, it doesn't need to be super tight. But alrighty, I guess all that's left to do is plug the fence box in, test it, and let the cows out. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know my fence is good, but it makes me a little nervous letting them out. If you watch my videos, then you may have seen back in the spring, I mentioned in a video that I had some cows that got out and I had to chase them through the hills and hollers for a week. So fingers crossed. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. They're not quite sure about this situation, but once they get out on fresh grass, they will be happy. Whoop. Good girls. All right, guys. Well, there you have them out in their pasture. The young ones already found the fence and tested it for me, so I think we're going to be okay. But anyway, so on the next video, we will be doing shop doors. I'm tired of listening to the chickens crash stuff around in my shop, and you know what they do everywhere when they walk around. So that's great. But anyway, as always, I appreciate y'all watching. If you don't mind, like and subscribe. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just come back and see us here in Rattlesnake Acres. Thank you.